One of the things that makes me happy is whenever I'm in the classroom teaching mathematics and sciences. Welcome to Chemistry Mail. Today on Chemistry Mail, we are still looking at organic chemistry, and this is part 5 of organic chemistry. And in this part 5, we are going to continue with basic terms in organic chemistry. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Mathematics Mail 1 and follow us on Facebook at Mathematics and Science Mail or Engineer Ike Okechukwu. That's our Facebook profile. All right. Today we are going to look at the second basic term in organic chemistry. You remember that in part 4 we looked at homologous series, which is the first basic term that we need to consider in organic chemistry. So today we are looking at the second basic term. So let's move together on this aspect of organic chemistry. Now, what is the basic term that we are going to consider today? The basic term of interest today is going to be substituent group. Substituent group. That's the basic term of interest that we are going to consider. Substituent group. Okay. So the question is, what do we mean by substituent group in organic chemistry? What do we mean by substituent group? So say that substituent group is an atom or group of atoms that replaces hydrogen atom in the parent or main chain or ring of an organic compound. So substituent group is an atom or group of atoms that replaces hydrogen atom in the parent or main chain or ring of an organic compound. So in some cases we can just say that substituent group is a group of atoms or an atom that is attached to the to the main chain. So any group that is attached to the main chain other than hydrogen, that group is what? A substituent group. So let's look at this definition closely. If I have this carbon chain consisting of 5 carbon atoms, and I have hydrogen all through. In case you don't know how to draw these structures, don't bother yet. We are still beginning organic chemistry. So if you don't know how to draw the structures yet, don't bother. Okay, this is a compound, an organic compound containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Contains 5 carbon atoms, and this is the chain. And you see the hydrogen is attached to this carbon, to this chain. Now, if we have another atom, supposing I have an atom, let's say chlorine atom or bromine atom, this bromine, in place of what? In place of hydrogen, we now attached another atom. In this case now bromine, it can still be chlorine or any other atom, but not hydrogen now. This particular atom that is attached to the main chain, or this particular atom that we have used to replace hydrogen, this particular atom is known as what? Substituent group. Now this is an atom, this is just bromine. We can still have group of atoms. We can still have here as CH3. You see that? We can still have this as CH3. So this group now replaced hydrogen. That's why this group is known as what? Substituent group. So let me put my hydrogen back. We'll still revisit this particular structure. We'll revisit it. So I know that the meaning of substituent group is very what? It's very clear. It's very clear. It's not only in hydrocarbons. This is a hydrocarbon. This is a hydrocarbon. the substituent group can also replace hydrogen atom in other organic compound. The hydrocarbon is an organic compound that contains hydrogen and carbon only. Hydrogen and carbon, as you can see here, hydrogen and carbon. So we can have a substituent group replacing hydrogen here in this hydrocarbon. In alkanol, we can still have a substituent group replacing what? Hydrogen. So a substituent group is an atom or group of atoms that replaces what? Hydrogen in the parent chain or in the main chain. The parent chain will be determined based on the what? The homologous series. By the time we start looking at the various homologous series, look at alkane, we'll see how we identify the parent chain in alkane. Then we look at alkene, we also see how we identify parent chain in alkene and so on. Okay. Now we have to note certain things about substituent groups. There are things we must note as far as substituent groups are concerned. So substituent groups have some basic characteristics that we have to look at. So it is important, it is very important, it is important, it is important to note the following concerning substituent group. So what are the things that we need to note? One is from the definition. From the definition, substituent group replaces what? Hydrogen in the parent chain. So it replaces hydrogen atom in the parent or main chain. That's one. We have explained that. Number two, substituent group is not part of the what? It's not part of the main chain. So substituent group is not part of the parent chain, not part of the parent chain, but it is attached or connected to the parent chain. So substituent group is not part of the parent chain, but it is attached or connected to the what? Parent chain. We have said it replaces hydrogen atom in the parent chain. That's one. It is not part of the what? The parent chain, but rather it is attached to the parent chain. For example, if you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the parent chain. If I happen to put CH3 here, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you notice that I did not count this carbon while counting the chain. So this particular group is not part of the chain, but we can see it's attached to the what? To the chain. So substituent group is not usually part of the what? Part of the chain. It's not part of the chain, but it is connected to the what? To the parent chain. So number 3 that we need to note is this. It changes the nomenclature of an organic compound. So the presence of a substituent group will change the name of what? Of an organic compound. If I remove this and leave it as hydrogen, we still have our hydrogen. This compound is actually pentane. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an alkyl. You will still know the names of all these organic compounds if you are still a beginner in chemistry. With time, in organic chemistry, with time, you will now know how we arrive at these names. Okay, so this is pentane. As it is now, this is pentane. Now, if I introduce a substituent group, let's take for example, I now have this. And then I replace this with bromine that I used before. Now you see, I just used bromine atom to replace hydrogen atom. This is no longer pentane, but this will now be 2-bromo-pentane. 2-bromo-pentane. Don't bother about the name. I'm just trying to explain that once a substituent group is attached to what? To an organic compound, the name will do what? We change. As we can see now, this is just pentane, but this one becomes what? 2-bromo-pentane. Okay? So that's the third thing we need to note about substituent group. Now, the last one, the number 4, which will lead us to other basic terms in organic chemistry. Substituent group. Substituent group can be an alkyl group or a functional group. So it's either a substituent group is an alkyl group or what? A functional group. You see it? So we are now going to start looking at alkyl groups and what? Functional group. But that will not be now. It's going to be in part 6 of organic chemistry. Thank you for watching our video till now. In the next part, we are going to continue with basic terms in organic chemistry. This time around, we'll pick alkyl group, and after looking at alkyl group, we'll also look at functional group before we start looking at other basic terms that we will definitely encounter in the study of organic chemistry. Remember, you need to visit all our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and enjoy our meals. They will keep you healthy in every aspect of mathematics and in sciences. Also recommend our YouTube channel to your friends, and also recommend our Facebook page to your friends. Share our videos, leave a comment for us. We're also available if you want us to tutor you personally, online or in any physical class. If you are living within our domain, then we are always available to handle that. You will not regret it once you contact us as far as mathematics and sciences are concerned. I'm still your humble friend and also your tutor, Engineer IUPAC. You know what? I love you.